It's a Saturday, and we are going to talk about how you can study abroad. To make it easy, I always interview someone who has been through the process so that the individual will share their experience, their journey, how much they spent on the process, how much it will cost you if you are supposed to also work on the same process. Is it possible to get undergraduate scholarship? Yes, it is. How do people work on it so that it will make it easier if you also want to study abroad? My guest is Abigail. Hi, Abigail. How you doing?
Hi, Fred. I'm okay. How are you doing?
So you're an international woman from Ghana to Abu Dhabi to New York to London. How old are you, though?
How old do I look?
Yeah. So let me say, okay, if you have a bachelor's, we are looking at around 20, right? You should be around 20.
I'm more than 20.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 24.
Ooh, and then you've had experience. How many countries have you traveled to?
Okay, I've been to the UAE, the US. I've been to Greece. I've been to the UK. I've been to
Ooh,
Italy. I've been to Tanzania.
wow. Yeah, and much of these opportunities to travel was as a result of going for education, right?
Yeah,
Right. So
yeah,
education took you to Abu Dhabi, it took you to the United States, and the same education for work has taken you to the UK.
yeah.
We'll talk about Greece, Tanzania, and the other ones. For people seeing your beautiful face for the first time, kindly introduce yourself.
Okay. Hi, everyone. So, my name is Abigail Lamte, and I'm currently a financial analyst working at Deutsche Bank in London. My work involves financial analysis, financial reporting, and also finance transformation, which is using AI to look for effective and efficient ways of working. So I graduated from New York University in Abu Dhabi with a degree in economics. And aside my work and my school life, I am passionate about empowering young people and women through education, career, and personal development, and also technology, to make them just able leaders for future to be able to tackle global problems. Yeah,
Right. So
that's
you mentioned that you graduated from New York University. We all know New York is in the US. How come you graduated from a New York University, but it's in Abu Dhabi? Kindly explain that.
okay. So many people don't know how global NYU is. NYU is like a really, really global institution. So we have more than 16 global sites, and we have three degree granting campuses. So our
Mm.
main one is NYU New York, and then we have NYU Abu Dhabi, and then we have NYU Shanghai. So those are the degree granting campuses. But then for our other global sites, we are given the opportunity to go and study abroad there. For instance, we have NYU London, we have NYU Accra, we have NYU Paris, we have NYU Washington DC. Like we have all these places where they don't grant degrees, but you can just go and take some courses there.
Wow. So NYU stands for New York University.
Yes.
Great. So what was your highest academic qualification? You said you originally you're from Ghana. What was
Yeah.
your highest academic qualification before leaving Ghana?
I had completed high school, senior high school. So I went to Brig Girls Senior High School in Ghana.
Oh, I see. And what did you study?
I studied business.
So shout outs to your year mate. Which year was it?
29. So I graduated in 2019.
Talk to me about your electives. I know the electives has changed. You know, if you did business, it means accounting, economics. Talk to me about that. What were your electives?
My electives were business management,
Mm.
economics, elective math, and what else haven't I mentioned?
Yeah.
Business management. There were four electives: business management, yeah,
Mhm.
financial accounting. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Good. So and was it 3 year program or 4 year high school?
yeah. It was a 3 year high school program.
I see. And when everybody is graduating from a place like a Bree Girls, obviously they are looking forward to going to University of Ghana, maybe University of Cape Coast. What actually inspired your decision that after Bree Girls, I want to school outside the country?
So I'm the last child and I have older siblings.
Mhm.
So when I was in JHS, my brother was completing high school. So I
Right.
used to hear him speaking about SATs and he would always like show me pictures of some universities in the US and he always tell me how he really wanted to study abroad. So I thought, oh wow, like these universities look like really nice. They have like good facilities. You show me the
Yeah.
things they have, maybe this their lab. I'm like, wow, like we don't have this in Ghana. So right from JHS, I had that mentality that I'm going to like study abroad. So when I remember like the day I completed the Brie Girls, my brother had come for me. So right in the car, even before we got home, I told him, I know that I'm going to get 8 A's, so please register me for ACT. I want to study abroad. Yeah,
I see. So,
that's like
so,
my
so
journey.
that means you didn't apply to any local university because when people want to try to study abroad, visa is not guaranteed, admission is not guaranteed, scholarship. So they have a backup plan. Did you have a backup plan in case the abroad didn't work out?
Of course, my dad was not allowing me to like stay home. He said
Mhm.
I need to like enroll in like my Ghana university. So I did start like Legon University of Ghana,
Mm.
but then I was still like going for my ACT classes alongside. So I was like juggling two things at that time. But I still didn't want to give up on my study abroad program because I like invested so much into it.
Oh, okay. So you had um applied to University of Ghana after high school. So you started level 100.
Yes,
What were you studying?
business administration.
So talk to me about it. So if somebody is in level 100, do you use your transcript from Legon to work on the study abroad application or you use your high school?
I used my high school. I wanted to like have, I didn't want to apply as a transfer student.
Mhm.
I wanted to like use my high school and then just like have the full first year student experience and then
Yeah.
grow within the university that I'll move to.
Okay. You explained that and you're going to go much details into that. Like this is something a lot of young ladies like you are in Ghana and they want to experience such opportunity. The problem is that they don't have the information, right? So you having the opportunity to go through this process, this video is going to inspire a lot of people. Shout out to my Mbole Bamboy people knowing that a lady who looks just like me have been able to do it. I can do it. You mentioned that you schooled in two countries, New York and then Abu Dhabi. Talk
Yeah.
to me about the process. Did you know that there is actually a New York University campus in Abu Dhabi to apply to? And why didn't you come to the US one but rather go to Abu Dhabi?
Okay. I didn't know about NY Abu Dhabi.
Right.
So when I went for my SAT classes, I had like someone helping me at the place.
Mhm.
So he said, okay, looking at your grades, I recommend you to apply for NYU Abu Dhabi for early decision because they tend to take on straight A students and then they have a good financial aid. So I have a
Mm.
higher chance of getting that. That's why I applied for NYU Abu Dhabi. And then when I read like their website, I also saw that you have the chance to travel. That's how I got to know about NYU's global how global they are, that I can get to go to NYU with NYU New York or NYU London. So I'm like, this is a great chance. I'll get a chance to not only have a good financial aid and be admitted, but also be able to go to New York.
Oh, I see. So how long did you spend in all these campuses? Your program is supposed to be 4 years.
Yeah.
How long were you in Abu Dhabi? How long were you in New York? And how long were you in London?
Um, so for NYU Abu Dhabi, I was there for almost all my time for
Mm.
undergraduate, but I was in New York for 6 months. And between that, I also got a chance to go to Washington, D.C. as part of a class. We have NYU Washington as well, but
Right.
through a class that I was taking in New York, I got a chance to also visit that campus. But for London, I didn't come here to school at all. The only reason I came to London was for work.
I
Was
see.
Deutsche Bank? That one was solely Deutsche Bank. It sponsored my visa. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So, for people who want to apply now, a lot of questions would be when you say yours is a full scholarship, what does it actually cover?
Okay. So my aid covered my living expenses. So I was
Mhm.
given a meal plan. So
Okay.
it's something like they give us something, they load that on a card,
Mhm.
and on that same card there was money loaded for groceries. So it was
Okay.
different. It was separate from what I was eating at the dining, and then what I was actually using to buy in like supermarkets. We have a supermarket on campus where you can like they give us money to buy that. I also had a stipend, so that's like aside my feeding. I also had a stipend.
Mhm.
I did also have free accommodation. It was paid for. I also had my flight tickets paid for,
Mm.
both to come to school and then to go back. So every vacation, I was going home every vacation. I know for some schools in the US, I think there are limits, but my school didn't have that. Every vacation, I was having like free tickets to go home and to come back to school. And the study away I did in New York as well, I had free accommodation, I had free food, I was given living expenses allowance as well. Yeah.
I see. If you're just tuning in, it's been an interesting conversation. I'm speaking with Abigail. Abigail graduated from a high school in Ghana, Abri Girls, and had opportunity to study at New York University, NYU, and was able to travel across the multiple campuses. Currently working at a very big bank in London. You can also do it. What she's doing here is that she also has a platform that she shares her experience, her journey to inspire you who wants to do it. So she's here on the podcast sharing her experience, graduating from a high school in Ghana, and not only limiting herself to the higher education institutions in Ghana, but also checking out the global world. And somebody saying she's beautiful. Yes, she is. Not only is she beautiful, she's also intelligent.
Thank
You need to
you.
be intelligent to have the high school results. Talk to me about your SAT. We know that SAT is over 1,600. What were your score if you want to share that?
Oh, I didn't do well. Like I cried. So I got
I'm interested in that because if you didn't do well and still was able to get a full scholarship, that means that somebody do not necessarily need a perfect SAT score to get a scholarship.
definitely.
Yeah.
So I had 1,270 out
Okay.
of 1,600. And because I had eight A's, my transcripts was like just A's and B's.
Mm,
That really helped me. And at that time, NY Abu Dhabi was like test optional. I think it's still test optional. So I
mhm.
didn't apply with my SATs at all. And because I had applied early decision and I got in, I didn't end up applying for any other school. So I
I
didn't
see.
use my SAT. So I know after COVID, a lot of schools have been like test optional. So if your grades are good and your WASI grades, your transcripts, I don't think you should really worry as far as your essay is great, your
Mhm.
recommendation is great. You can just like, because SAT also can be expensive. Not everyone can afford it.
Yeah.
So you can take advantage of that and then you can apply without that.
Awesome. If you're just tuning in, I've been speaking with Abigail. It's going to be a great conversation. You need a pen and a paper. She's going to walk us through. We know, like a lot of people have currently graduated from high school, they are waiting for their results. Now, she's going to walk us through the documents you need to start looking for in order to be able to work on some of these applications. What website would you visit? How do you even get the scholarship? Is there an interview? Is there some money to pay? How do you go about it? Do you need assistance from somebody? She's going to explain all of that to us. Remember, we come live every Saturday. This is called the Study Abroad podcast with the Fred Effect team. This is the biggest study abroad content platform when it comes to studying abroad. We are live on TikTok, on YouTube, Facebook, X, or Twitter, and we're also live on Instagram. On YouTube, we have close to 180,000 subscribers on YouTube. It has taken years to build that numbers. So on Facebook, we are close to 200,000 family members. On X, we are over 50,000. And on Instagram, we're over 30,000. And also on TikTok, we're over 200,000. Put together, we are more than 500,000 family members across all our social media platforms. And we come your way this and every Saturday with a Study Abroad podcast with the Fred Effect team. And, not only are we giving you the information, we are showing you the way we hold your hands to go through the process. Now, if somebody is from a Brig Girls, Twansi Senior High, Jine Senior High, Royal Drobo, Rone Draw Senior High in Drobo, they are waiting for their WASI results. What document do they need to put together if they want to study abroad?
Okay, you're waiting for your WASI results. First of all, try and get your official transcripts, right? Also, try to start speaking to teachers about your recommendation letters. It's very, very
Mhm.
important. And then also, you can start filling your Common App. Yeah, you can start filling your Common App. That's like because it's like if you're applying through Common App, use the same information to apply for a number of schools. So start filling it anyways. And your essays, oh my God, like your essays are very, very important. Start thinking of what you want to write on your Common App essay.
I see. So transcript. You graduated from Abri Girls. How is the process of getting a transcript? Is there some payment? Whom do you have to talk to? Way back in 2019, probably things have changed. How did you get yours?
Oh, so I did go to Abri Girls. I went to the head of academics division.
Mhm.
I paid an amount of money, and then they were able to like get me my official transcripts with the school stamp. And at that time, I only went there because my school wanted me to send my official transcripts to an evaluation center in the US. So
Mhm.
what I did was I had a brown envelope. I took my transcripts, the stamped one, I put it inside and I put the school's address there. I did it right at the school. I put the school's address there so that it almost looked like my school was the one sending it because it was they anyways.
Mhm.
They had stamped it and everything. And I told them I was sending it abroad and they agreed to that. And then I posted it to the US.
Okay. So which evaluation company do you use for evaluating your high school results?
My school had an assigned one. It was ECE.
Okay. All right. And then there are other ones like Spantran WES. So,
Yeah.
so high school results could be evaluated because they want to understand, there are a lot of people applying from India and they all have different high school results. And so what you need is to be able to let the institution understand your qualification from a 3-year high school or writing the WASI. But some institutions do not also require that. Now, you use what we call the Common App. Is NYU or New York University the only university you actually put into the Common App?
No. So I
Okay.
had like some backup schools, like
Mm.
I think I had Bennington College.
Okay, so for our people to understand what we are saying, sometimes when we even say NYU, just like saying it makes like it doesn't make sense to some people. Let's
Yeah.
make it clear, show them the website, and then that will be helpful. So I'm trying to show the New York University website, and let me know if the Abu Dhabi campus has a different website. So this is New York University, and that's
Uh-huh.
why she keeps on saying NYU. So if you hear NYU, that is what it means. It doesn't mean any other thing. Anyway, so this is the New York University. So you go to nyu.edu. I'll be putting the link, and you have to type it in the comment section for us so that we all of us can learn. Unfortunately, TikTok you cannot see what I'm showing on the screen, but if you're watching us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, you can see that. So this is New York University. This is a top-notch university.
Yeah.
Talk to me about it for somebody hearing about it the first time. What is New York University?
Oof. NYU is one of the best private universities in America. It's a top research school. It is very global, and it's also a school that really cares about impact. So they are really involved in like social impacts and just making sure that they are giving back as an institution, and also creating avenues for we the students to also give back. Our alumni base is like really strong, like very, very strong. Even after you've graduated, there are still opportunities to be able to serve in NYU.
I see. And the campuses is what I'm showing on the screen. So there's a New
Yes.
York campus, there is a Abu Dhabi campus, and there's a Shanghai campus.
Yeah.
So let's see. If we go to the various campuses, let's see Abu Dhabi campus. So when you are applying on the Common App, what do
Mm-hmm.
you select? Do you select NYU, Abu Dhabi, or you just select NYU and you have opportunity to choose which campus?
So yeah, so I selected New York University, and then they ask you to like rank your campus priorities.
Hmm.
So my first primary campus was Abu Dhabi, then my second one was New York, and my third was Shanghai.
Who convinced you that? Because for everybody listening, it will be the other way around. Like, but your first choice will be New York because everybody want to come to the US.
Mhm.
Why did you choose Abu Dhabi campus rather?
Abu Dhabi campus has great financial aid, and the campus is really um how do I say it? The campus is really nice. Is I don't know if
Mm,
you can show it to them. It's
yeah,
really, really nice. They have very good facilities. It's relatively new. So also like there's this quality. when I went to NYU New York, yes, I loved it, but I'll be in a class with so many people. I didn't have that in Abu Dhabi. I could be in a class with just 16 people, just 10 people. It's like
Hmm,
that quality and just that opportunity to also like travel, and then the kind of aid they give, in my opinion, is better than what they give in NYU New York.
I see. All right. So that is the Abu Dhabi campus. There's also the Shanghai campus. Talk to us about some of the what did you study, and what are some of the other programs you can talk to us about?
So I studied economics with a
Mhm.
concentration in finance
Okay.
because I've always loved to do business and finance. So that was what I did. I enjoyed it, and then that was what even got me to Deutsche Bank as well.
I
But
see.
then there are other like programs at NY Abu Dhabi. Like we have engineering, we have biology, we have the we have these art courses like history, literature,
Mhm.
those kind of courses as well. But then NYU New York obviously has way more curriculum as compared to NYU
Yeah.
Abu Dhabi.
I see. And so does the scholarship come with specific programs you choose, or it doesn't matter if you want to study history, you can still get a scholarship?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's not about your course. It doesn't matter
Mhm.
anyways, because even at the common app stage, right, it's almost like um even your major is not even decided in the first place. You can
Right.
just like say you want to study economics, but when you get to the school, it's not bent on you that you are going to study economics. So many
Mm,
people like change their majors once they got to campus, right? So
okay.
yeah. And there's also another thing that I want to add. NYU is a liberal school,
Mhm.
so you have the opportunity to like take different courses. So for instance, some people will major in economics and minor in computer science, and some people can also like maybe solely major in economics, but then by the end of their degree they've been able to take courses in drama, psychology. Is like very liberal. It allows you to like take multidisciplinary courses, which I think is very great. Not every school offers that, so I'm very grateful for the opportunity to do that.
Awesome. And you mentioned the scholarship. A lot of people want to hear about that, right? So
Uh,
you use the Common App for your application, and we know the Common App takes about 20 universities or colleges. How many did you select in the Common App?
I don't remember,
Okay.
to be honest.
Okay. So in terms of the scholarship, is it that merits based, you apply once you get admission automatically, they give you the scholarship, or you had to work on a separate application for the scholarship?
Um, so it wasn't so yeah, I had to fill another form. That was the CSS profile,
Mhm.
and that's more for like financial aid to make sure that you are able to help you be able to afford your university, right? So it's like the CSS profile
Yeah.
where you ask questions about your income, your family's income, the number of siblings you have, how much expenses your family pays, all those like kind of financial information of your family to be able to understand your financial background. And then through that you are awarded like your scholarship or your funding. So based on obviously my family's background, my family's financial background, I was awarded like a full aid. I didn't pay anything at all. Like my cost of education was $0.
Right. Let's educate our people. You know, when if you I don't know if you remember when you wanted to apply to University of Ghana, you go to the website, you print a form, you go to a cafe, and then you mail it or you post it. Right. So if you want to apply to institutions in the US, and that's exactly what Abigail did, that there is a website where you can use to apply to about 20 universities. So one stone, you can use it to kill 20 birds. So the website is called Common Application, or for short, Common App. So they don't have a specific app, but it's a website. So you go to the website and then you look for Common App. You are able to sign in or create an account, and then you are able to populate the number of universities you want to apply to. Now, when you fill in this information and then you submit it, then it goes to, if an application fee is not required, you can submit it. And if it is required, you'll be able to know in the Common App. So what Abigail did was that created this account, was able to put NYU, as part of one of the universities she wants to apply to. She's later going to explain to us which other university she added. Now, if you don't know about the Common App, the website is what I'm showing on the screen, and you can just go to commonapp.org. So commonnapp.org. And then it opens, you create an account, then you can populate the schools in it. Now, when you finish, this is where the scholarship works. There is something we call International Student Aid and Financial Aid Application. That is a document you complete to be considered for the scholarship. Or if the university allows you to complete what we call the CSS profile, and I'll be showing the website of the CSS profile as well. So you use these two, website, the common application for the school application itself. And when you finish, you go to the CSS profile to let them know the financial situation of your family to be considered for the scholarship. All right. So Abigail, if you are supposed to start the whole thing again, if you're supposed to talk to the young lady in Legon from Abri Girls, starting the whole process, knowing what you know now, what would you do differently?
What do I do differently? Gosh, I think honestly, I think everything worked well in my favor. To be
Yeah.
honest, there was nothing much I could do about my SAT scores. I already knew that I wasn't going to do well because I was kind of like struggling to wrap my head around like the concept. But then I knew that okay, let me then leverage on other my other things like my WASI, my
Mhm.
grades, my transcripts, right? And also my counselor like was a graduate from Stanford, so he
Yeah.
had gone through the process. So I felt like very supported. Like it was literally a team helping us, advising us, helping us navigate everything. So I don't think, you know, everything worked very well because I got my ED school as well.
Mhm.
So
I see. All right. So let's talk about the other universities you populated
mhm.
in the common app so that other people can know about that. So apart from NYU, which other university did you put in the common app?
What I think there were just two schools. I don't,
Right.
I there were just two schools, Bennington College and then
Okay.
Mount Holyoke College.
How do you spell the Bellington? Mm-hmm.
Bennington.
Okay, so Bennington College, it's located in Vermont. Vermont is a state in the U.S. and the city is called Bennington. So I'm going to show you the website. If this is the first time you're hearing about it, then you can also consider such a university if you're working on your applications. So it's Bennington College, Bennington, and it's located in the state of Vermont. All right, and then you mentioned another university.
Mount Holyoke.
Okay. Oh, that's a good university. So
Yeah.
so Mount Holyoke College. If you are listening to us the first, this might be one of the first that's the first time you're hearing about such a university. So this is a private college, a women's college. Now listen, if you want a scholarship in the US, your best bet is to target the private institutions.
Yeah.
So normally for undergraduate applications, graduate application works differently, and we'll come to that. But if you want to work on undergraduate application, get a full scholarship, your target should be the private institutions and not the public ones. Of course, some public ones like the bigger universities offer that, but normally your target should be the private university. So this is a private women's liberal college. So you cannot apply if you are a gentleman, right? If you identify as a lady or a female, that's when you can apply to Mount Holyoke. So Mount Holyoke is also one of the institutions that Abigail added to, and it's located in Massachusetts. Somebody will say Master Jesus. So it's located in Massachusetts. There's a city called South Hadley. All right. Is there any other university that you remember that you want us to share as well? Because some of the universities you're mentioning or the colleges, people might have probably heard of it the first time here.
These were the only two schools that I had as backup.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if others have heard of Amherst,
Yes,
Brown,
Amherst College.
Dartmouth, which other ones? Rice,
Mm-hmm.
Emory,
Okay.
Lehigh.
It's in Pennsylvania. Yeah,
Yeah.
Lehigh is in Pennsylvania. All right. So Amherst is also located in Massachusetts, and It's located in a city called Amherst. It's one of the universities you should consider. So when you create the Common App account, then you can populate these universities or colleges into them as well. All right, let's talk about your visa processes. So
Okay.
you were supposed to be going to New York as well as London and all that. So initially, did you need a US visa to be able to study in Abu Dhabi, or how did the visa process go?
Oh, okay. So when I was going to Abu Dhabi, I didn't need a US visa, and their visa process is quite like different.
Mhm.
It was everything was run by my school. So it wasn't like they have an embassy in Ghana where you go for an interview. You don't have any interview. You just give your school the details they need, and then through that they issue your visa for you. So
Oh,
once you come to campus, so they kind of like issue like a tourist visa for you. So once you get on campus, they start to work on your residence permit. So we have something we call Emirates ID. So
mhm.
that's what shows your residence permits
Oh,
in
I
the
see.
UAE. But when I was going for my study away in New York, I had to like go through the whole US interview, go for my fill my DS-160, go for my interview, and then get the visa.
Okay, so I want us to talk about two things: time and finances. For a parent of a high school graduate listening to you now, want
Mhm.
to know if I want my kid to go through the same process, how long would the process take?
Um, so you there are actually two options, right?
Right.
Um, so there are some. I think most schools can accept predicted grades.
Mm-hmm.
I waited till I completed WASI, so now I had to like kind of lose a year. So we call it, so it's like I kind of took like a gap year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's like almost a whole year from graduation again before I started. If I had gone to Legon, once I completed the Girls in June, I started in like October. So that's like I didn't lose any year. But
Right.
because I had to like finish my WAS year, then like start again, I
Mm-hmm.
completed in June in 2019. And then I started my undergraduate degree in NYU Abu Dhabi in August 2020. But then I also know someone from Ibri Girls who, when she was in her second year, she actually wrote the SATs and then applied for Columbia University with
Mm-hmm.
her predicted grades. So once her WASI came out, she was able to go that same year. So
Oh, I
that
see.
one, like, it's all about like planning. You have two options. You can choose to start working when you're in your penultimate year in high school. So that's form two. Or
Mm-hmm.
you can choose to finish writing WASI and then go the following year.
I see. And let's talk about money. How much do you think was invested in this whole process? You spoke about writing for the SAT, having to, evaluate your transcript and stuff like that. If you are giving us an estimate, how much do you roughly should people plan for?
It's quite it's not that cheap.
Right.
So during my time, I think the SAT was $130.
Mm-hmm.
That was excluding my classes fee, my books that I had paid for. That was
Mm-hmm.
like about almost 2000, no, 2000 CD, sorry.
Hmm.
That was in 2019. And
Right.
the consultation, luckily for me, my counselor helped me for free, but the consultation was like very expensive.
Mhm.
It was in dollars, like
So when you
thousands
say
of dollars.
counselor, where you registered to sit for the SAT,
Mhm.
they assign somebody to you to be helping you out. That's what you consider as a counselor. Or who is the counselor you're referring to?
Okay. So my counselor, the way he became my counselor, um, when I registered for my ACT, my brothers had come there, and
Right.
fortunately for me, he was my brother's schoolmate. So
Oh,
he
okay.
just volunteered to help me. But other than that, people were actually paying for consultation. He had no reason to like help me. He was just
Mm,
helping me because of my brother.
okay.
But in reality, people who wanted like the facility to like help them, the test center to help them for applications, they actually paid for it in dollars.
Mm. You had opportunity to experience university, and of course it's the premier university in Ghana, arguably, and you had opportunity to experience university outside, right? What are some of the things you think that it could be inculcated in the Ghanaian education system that would be helpful?
I think I saw the level of professionalism with my
Mhm.
professors at NYU Abu Dhabi. Um, they were very I felt like they were very invested in what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
They were really passionate about um the curriculum or the subject that they were teaching.
Right.
I felt like I was really being offered something quality.
Mm-hmm.
But when I go to Legon, and also another thing, like we'll be too many in the class. It's like it's not really nice. Some
Mm-hmm.
students like kind of feel shy to like ask questions when there are so many people. Some students may be overlooked on. But in NY Abu Dhabi, as I mentioned earlier, I can be in the class with just nine other people. So it's like I can have like the teacher can have attention for almost everyone in the classroom, right? Which is like
Yeah.
very great. I think one thing that I'll always like preach on and just like, shout about studying abroad is really great. Like the quality is really, really unmatched. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think people who have studied abroad speak about it enough.
Yeah.
Like it's so quality and also like the diversity. In
Mm-hmm.
Ghana, most of the people I was seeing were Ghanaians, like so just the same conversations all the time. But when I went to New York University Abu Dhabi, it's so diverse. Like we have like 100 plus nationalities in my school. So I was like interacting with like different cultures, like people who were more, intellectually higher than I am. So it just like, challenged me as well, like challenged my thinking capacity. I was also like able to learn about people's culture and all of that. So it makes me like really well able to partake in global conversations.
All right, we'll take a break. If you have questions, it's been interesting talking to Abigail. I love how she explains things and she's very intelligent as well. So, if you have questions for her, put it in the comment section. I'll be happy to respond to them. She's originally from Ghana, graduated from high school in Ghana, worked on applications to study in New York University, and currently works in London as well. So you can also do it. It's highly possible for you to do it. Remember, the Fred Effect team has a collaboration with Argo Visa. Argo Visa is a team of ex visa officers, and they assist with preparing you for your US visa interview, whether being an immigrant or a non-immigrant visa. Now remember that if you have opportunity to talk to an ex visa officer before you meet a visa officer at the embassy, it will be a great opportunity for you to build your confidence and all that. The Fed Effect team has a collaboration with them. If you use the link I'm showing on the screen, you can get an amount off if you schedule a one-on-one with an ex visa officer. So rb.gy/, KU72VB, and you schedule a meeting with the Argo Visa team. It's weekends, and so if you want to pay your visa application fee, you don't have to wait until Monday. The Fed Effect team can assist you with the payment. So send us a message on any of our social media platforms. We'll be happy to assist you. And if you need help paying your service fee, you cannot pay it in Ghana. So if you have your CD equivalent, we can facilitate the payment for you as well. We are not only providing information, we are extending a helping hands when it comes to the study abroad process. For close to 10 years, we've had a mock interview platform that we use to prepare people who are preparing for their visa interview. Send us a message on Instagram. We'll add you to the page so that you can prepare for your visa interview as well. Abigail, the Speaker of Parliament recently said, in Ghana, said that people shouldn't send their kids to study abroad, especially when they graduate from high school, like yourself. The reason is that they lose the patriotism and then the cultural experience, and so when they move abroad, they are not able to remember their parents and stuff like that. I think he was making a very good argument. You moved from I actually moved when I was done with university. So his argument was that if people should want their kids to study abroad, they should probably wait until they've done like bachelor's degree in Ghana. Then if they are going to do their master's or PhD, that is cool. But when they are done with high school like yourself, they shouldn't allow them to travel outside. What do you say to that?
Ah, I don't agree.
All right.
I am someone that I believe investing in people at a very young age because it's at that age that you can change people. It's at that age that you can imbibe things in people. But when people have already lived their lives for so long, it's quite different to kind of change their perceptives, like, change what they think, how they think, etc. So you getting that opportunity to travel at a very young age, the exposure that you get, you carry it on as you grow.
Mm,
Because at age 18, it's like you're in a very prime stage, right? So it's where you can you can you're still young, so you can easily adapt to like different things and then like quickly change your perception to imbibe the exposure that you're receiving
Mhm.
and then rather come back to Ghana and give back as
So
compared to
do you
waiting for
think
so
that
long.
you have lost your sense of patriotism?
I haven't because even right now I am in the process of launching like a community
Mhm.
because I'm passionate about Africa. Like because so you see why it's a good thing. After I had gone through the process, I'm like, oh, when I was in Legon, I didn't have that. Like even right now, like I try to speak to some of my friends, I can see their thinking capacity, how they think.
Yeah.
Even like I've looked at different CVs, I'm like, "Ugh, no. But when I was in my second year, I was able to like work on a good CV to apply to Deutsche Bank in London.
Mhm.
Um, but then I don't think their CVs are even good enough. Some of them have completed university. So I look at all of these things, and based on my knowledge and my experience that I've gathered, like, all these years abroad, I'm actually starting a community where I can help people to be better, like in terms of CVs, in terms of also studying abroad, etc. So I think like if imagine I had gone to university in Ghana, I wouldn't then there'll be no me to help other people.
Awesome. Let us hear your comments in your thoughts in the comment section. Where are you watching us from, and what stage of the study abroad process have you got into as well? So what project are you working on? So if people want to follow what you're working on, very inspirational. Do you have social media platforms? What do you do on social media so that people can check them out?
Okay, so if you want to like follow me, you can follow me here on TikTok. But this month, I'll be launching my community called the Growth Space. It's going
Mhm.
to be for young people and women, Africans to be precise. That's my target, and I'm going to empower them through career and education and personal development, and also future ready skills. So
Right.
for career, we are going to be organizing like events, talk about CVs, how to use AI to fix your resume, to get employed, job search strategies, right? And then for education, just how to write your essays, how to look for schools. Because when people hear study abroad, they are all excited. But then I there are so many people that as I'm here now, someone came to tell me they've applied for schools. They just applied because they know. But through my platform, I'm going to tell you how you should go about even your school selection. There are target schools, safety schools, competitive schools. You don't just wake up and apply for any schools, right? It should be based on your qualification to make sure you are being competitive enough to get accepted.
Yeah.
So also personal development like confidence, leadership, and then future ready things. So that's more of like AI stuff. So that's the community that I'm launching for Africans, right? Just to also carry them along on this global journey that we are on now.
So your TikTok handle is Lamiako. Are you on Facebook? Are you on Instagram? Which other platforms can people check your stuff out?
For Instagram, I don't post my things. Most of the things that I speak about are on TikTok and then my LinkedIn. My
Okay.
LinkedIn is Abigail Lamte.
Okay. Great. So LinkedIn, connect with Abigail on LinkedIn. So and people do not even have LinkedIn accounts.
Oh, tell me about it. Like, yeah, you see, this is why even myself, I only opened LinkedIn when I got to NYU. I didn't know about LinkedIn. So you
Yeah.
see, it's always good that we go early to get the exposure.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. All right. So you said the name of the new community, and how do people join?
So I've not formally launched it. I'll be launching
Mhm.
it this month.
Yeah.
And once you need to like register to come for the launch event, and
Mhm.
then there'll be a QR code where you can join our WhatsApp community. We'll be having newsletters, we'll be having like quarterly events as
Mhm.
well, where we'll be tackling like different issues and like different topics that will be beneficial to Africans.
I
So it's
see.
not yet launched. So if you want to know about it, follow my TikTok. I'll be posting the updates on my TikTok.
Yeah. Remember, we also live on TikTok. Follow Abigail on TikTok, and then follow the journey as well. It will be great. So Abigail, we are grateful for you to come on and share your experience with us. And when somebody is doing this process and it doesn't go as planned, looking at the time, the effort, and investment into it, apart from that, there are individuals who probably didn't get a very good grade at the high school and all that. To this, what do you say?
Wow.
That's a difficult question.
That is because the truth is with scholarships, you need to be competitive.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, right, all hope is not lost. There are other avenues to also come abroad
Mm,
through work. So for instance, I had no connection in the UK. It's
yeah.
only through work that I was able to like come here, right? So um if you are still in Ghana, right, and maybe school is not working, you can maybe you've gathered some experience because when you're applying for work, no one needs your grades.
Yeah.
It's about your CV. So make sure your CV is great. And if you really still want to go to school, I believe the US in particular has so many like schools, like there are different categories of schools. You don't need to apply to the school that everyone is applying to. They are
Yeah.
like very, very like, there are some public schools that will take you with like some lower grades. So you should always research. That's what I always tell people, always research. So you have those options as well.
Upon is watching us on YouTube. He said, "Good evening, the Fred Effect team. Miss Abigail Lamte, and my mom is also called Lamte." Okay. And then there is Opoku Edward watching us live from Sunyani. Shout out to you, Opoku. There's also Alexandra Letitia. I'm watching you from Teshinungwa Estate, and then Laboni Accra as Sales Dog. Hey, YouTube, that's the name. So Richard Ayish, thank you for watching us on Facebook as well. Is this Sanya B? You're watching us from Ghana. And then Richard is also watching from Accra as well. Damoa Kweku joined us on YouTube, and Gilbert joined us on YouTube as well. Enoch Inkum watching us on Facebook. And then there is also Asari Apia Richard is watching us on Facebook. Michael Amwa, thank you for tuning in via Facebook. And Amponsa Deborah is also watching us on Facebook as well. All right. Remember to follow. If you're not part of the family, then you're missing out. Kamal Atom. Hopefully I got the name right. Is watching us on Facebook as well. On Twitter, on Instagram, we have a lot of people watching us. Let's see if we can. Janet Nyamiche, thank you for tuning in. Felicity, that's somebody who has been following us for some time. Bruce Nyame, Mr. Aliko, and then Eunice, Yao, watching us on TikTok as well. Mafuwa, Ohini David, and then KBY is also watching us on TikTok as well. All right, it's been a great session. Today, we had Abigail join us from London, and she has been through the study abroad process, graduating from high school and going through. So it's been a good experience. What would be your last words to people who tune in to listen to your inspiring journey today?
I just want to highlight something like a lot of people think study abroad does not guarantee you success,
Right.
right? When you getting accepted is the first step. A lot of people talk about, getting accepted, but no one talks about the afterlife, right?
Mhm.
When you get the opportunity to study away, take advantage of the opportunities that you have. Take advantage of the free grants, the free money for research, the free money you can get to write your GMAT, all those kind of resources that your school will potentially offer, right? And always set yourself up for success. Because when I got to NY Abu Dhabi, yes, I'm in London, but there are some people who went back to Ghana, by the way. So when I got there, right from my freshman year, I got a memo that if I don't want to go back to Ghana, I need to be on my A game, start looking for what I want to do, how do I get these companies, who can help me, who do I speak to. I did all of those things so that once I graduate I was sorted out, right? So always take advantage when you study abroad. Don't just think of I'm going to get accepted. Think of the aftermath as well. What you do really matters.
I see. What you do really matters. Abigail joined us from London today, an NYU grad, and then originally from Ghana, graduated from Abri Girls High School as well. All right, it's been a great session. Thank you for joining, Abigail. And hopefully we can have you on, especially when the community gets started. Our brand is always here for you, and then we'll be happy to support whatever you put out there as well.
Okay, thank you so much, Fred.
Okay.
Thank you. You're doing an amazing job.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. It was a great session. Remember that every Saturday will come your way with an insightful session from the Fred Effect team. Ben was a bit busy today, so couldn't join us. But yeah, It's been a great session. Thank you for tuning in. Please be positive and know that everything will be fine. I relocated, so everything is a little bit different from my background and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll make it happen. Even if we are moving, we still make it happen. So thank you for tuning in today. It's been a great session. And next week we'll come your way with another insightful session. Remember that the last Saturday of every month will be a Q&A session where we get to respond to all your questions. If you're working on your visa process for fall 2026, it's still not too late. If you've not gotten an your interview appointment, there's still an opportunity for you to get an extension from your school. Just communicate with them, put in an emergency request, monitor the calendar, join mock interview platforms like ours, and then you'll be able to monitor the calendar to be able to get a suitable date. Also, if there's an opportunity to defer, you can consider that. Just communicate with your school and know whether your scholarship is going to be maintained and stuff like that before you defer your program. But at the moment, please be positive. You're definitely going to get a date. If you've gotten your visa approved in the Fed Effect group page, congrats. And then we are happy that we're able to support you as well. That there's a transition group that you have to join, and we continue to provide information that will be helpful to your journey and then your stay whenever you move as well. Please be positive. Know that everything will be fine. I will talk to you next week.